He is sitting with them right now, eating their food, laughing at their jokes, attending their meetings, listening to their plans. He knows their generals by name, their weaknesses by heart, their next move before they make it. And not one of them, not a single person in that entire camp, suspects a thing. For 40 years. 40 years of living a lie. 40 years of sleeping among enemies. 40 years of carrying a secret so heavy that one wrong word, one wrong look, one moment of weakness would mean instant death. His name was Amr ibn Umayyah al-Damri radiyallahu anhu, and almost nobody knows his story.
Assalamu alaikum, and welcome. When we talk about the battles of early Islam, we talk about swords, armies, generals, heroic charges across open deserts. We almost never talk about the other war, the invisible war. The war fought not with swords, but with silence, with patience, with the terrifying, suffocating discipline of a man who must never show his true face, no matter what he sees, no matter what he hears, no matter what they do in front of them. That war was just as real, just as important, and just as dangerous. And Amr ibn Umayyah al-Damri radiyallahu anhu fought it longer than almost anyone. Let's go back to the beginning. Before Islam, before the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam received revelation, Amr ibn Umayyah was a man of the desert. Sharp, quick, intelligent, a natural reader of people and situations. When Islam came, he accepted it, quietly, without announcement, without fanfare. And almost immediately, the Prophet ﷺ recognized something in him. Not his strength, not his courage with a sword, his mind. Because the Prophet ﷺ understood something that most leaders never understand. That the most powerful weapon in any conflict is not the one that makes the most noise. It is the one nobody sees coming.
The Prophet ﷺ sent Amr on missions that required something rarer than bravery. They required complete self-erasure. Walk into that camp, become one of them, learn everything, come back alive. That was the mission. Simple to say, nearly impossible to survive. Because here's what people don't understand about that kind of work. A soldier on a battlefield can be afraid. His hands can shake. His voice can break. Fear is expected on a battlefield. But a spy cannot afford fear, ever. Because fear shows on a face. Fear changes a voice. Fear makes the eyes move differently. And in a camp full of people whose lives depend on identifying threats, a single flicker of fear is a death sentence. Amr ibn Umayyah walked into enemy territory carrying that weight, alone, with no army behind him, no backup, no rescue if something went wrong. Just himself and Allah. There is a mission preserved in the books of Sirah that shows you exactly who this man was. The Prophet ﷺ needed intelligence from deep inside hostile territory. Information that could only be obtained by someone who could move freely among the enemy. Someone they trusted. Someone who had been among them long enough that his presence raised no questions. Amr ibn Umayyah was sent. He walked into that territory alone, found the people he needed, sat with them, ate with them, listened. And while he was there, he heard something. A plan. A threat against the Prophet ﷺ himself. He could not react, could not show that he had understood, could not let his eyes change. He sat there, heard the plan to kill his prophet discussed openly in front of him.
Now, I want you to sit with something. We celebrate the warriors, and we should. They deserve every word of praise given to them. But think about the man sitting in the enemy camp. No cheering crowd, no battle cry, no moment of glory where he raises his sword and the Muslims behind him shout Allahu Akbar. Just silence, just stillness, just the daily,
grinding, terrifying discipline of being someone you are not, while remembering every second who you actually are. That is a different kind of courage. Not louder, not lesser. Different. And it was real. And it served Islam. And Allah saw every moment of it, even when no human did. This is the part of Islamic history we have buried. We know the generals, we know the battles, we know the dates and the numbers and the victories. But we don't know the quiet ones, the ones who served in shadow, whose names were never announced from pulpits, whose stories were never sung in poems, who walked into darkness alone and kept walking because the Prophet of Allah needed them to. Amr ibn Umayyah al-Damri radiyallahu anhu was one of them. And there were others, men and women who carried secrets for years,